Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching this video from. I hope you're well. I hope you're doing okay. It's Saturday. The time is 1:51 p.m. for me. And I just wanted to come on here and touch base with you as usual. Have a little talk. So I will give it a couple of minutes and see those who are joining. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Please let me know in the comment section if you can see me and if you can hear me. Um, I just wanted to come up here and have a little word, talk to you a little bit. As you can see the title, I'm talking about people don't change. And I just wanted to, I always talk about this, but I feel like there's a need for a reminder every time, just because I see a trend, I see a lot of things happening as a nurse. Um, I see what happens as human beings when we turn our back, when we tend to turn away from reality, when we turn away from the truth, and then those things that we were avoiding, those things that we were in denial of, they tend to start hurting us. And it's sometimes it gets to a point where there's really no turning back when the damage has been done already. And so I find it useful, I find it needful to always, every now and then, to remind you that people don't change. And I don't know how clear I could be with this particular statement. It's just clear enough to let you know that people do not change. Whether it's your parents, whether it's your spouse, whether it's your husband, your wife, your kids, your friend, people do not change. And this is why I'm saying that when people show you who they are, being in action, being in words, being in action, I want you to believe them. I want you to believe them because that's who they are. And so when we continue to make excuses for people's action because they hurt us or maybe because they did us wrong, and then they come back and they apologize, and then they say they would do better, and then they say they would change, and then we keep forgiving them. But yet, thank you so much, ugly poo. Thank you so much. Hopefully you can hear me too. And so when people continue to show you who they are and then they continue to tell you they are sorry, I want you to understand that those people would never change. The first action, the first time they hurt you, they showed you who they truly are. And so you can't keep wasting your time. You can't keep building on and saying that they promised that they would change. I did not introduce myself to you in the beginning, but I just want to focus on the fact that as a nurse for over 15 years, and I have been working mostly with patients who are, with people, I should say, who are struggling with mental health issues, who are going through depression, anxiety, bipolar, all of that. And hearing from them, listening from them, reading about their stories, it hurts. It is painful to know that a healthy person, sound minded, will end up having a mental breakdown. will end up having a mental breakdown because they continued to believe in someone who continued to hurt them and continue to apologize and continue to say they would change. Yet it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. Hi, Slater. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Um, and then they end up having a mental breakdown and they end up in a hospital because they need help, because they need support, because they need someone to remind them of who they are. And the person who had been hurting them is out there living their lives, is out there feeling comfortable, is out there moving on with their lives. I am here to remind you that people do not change. People do not change. If you feel the need, if you feel the need to back off, if you feel the need to walk away from a relationship, from a friendship, from anything that's becoming toxic to you, that's becoming toxic to your mental health, that's starting to cause you mental pain, I want you to understand that that's a red flag. And that's a sign, that's an indication for you to leave because nothing good comes out from there. You do not have the power to change anyone. You do not have the potential to change anyone. People will act the way they want to act. If anyone wants to change, that will be up to them because they have the capacity, they have the power to do and undo. But you, on the other hand, you do not have that power. You do not have that responsibility. And so you cannot put your life, you cannot put your health on the line because you think that you are trying to change somebody. People do not change. The things that you are seeing now, the actions that you are seeing now, the hurtful things that they are telling you now, they will continue to do so. They will continue to do so. Why? Because if they choose not to change, they still remain the same person who will continue to hurt you. And let me tell you something. Stop making excuses for people's behavior. Okay? Just because you are trying to believe what they are telling you, do not make excuses for them and say, oh, they are going to change. Oh, maybe it's my fault. You start taking blames. You start feeling like you are the reason why they are doing what they are doing to you. Mental health. Your mental health is your priority. I am a nurse and I am seeing this first-handed. You do not want to live the rest of your life in a facility, in a hospital, in a place where you no longer have the freedom to be who you are, to be who God created you to be. You are not responsible to make other people happy. You are not responsible to make excuses for other people's wrongdoing. You are responsible to be you. You are responsible to be happy. You are responsible to pick and choose who stays in your space. Because once that happens, you might not be lucky to regain your full health, your full mental health. Yesterday I was at work, and this is just one of the you know, every day, it's like everyday life. When you see people suffer because of other people, it's not right. It is not right to see a young woman in a state where they can no longer walk. Why? Because they kept accepting the pain, they kept accepting the hurt from their partner because they kept promising them that things will get better. They kept promising them that everything will be okay. But every time it gets worse. Every time it gets worse. And so what happens? They become used to with the trend. They become used to with the runaround that happens because it's registered up there that, oh, they do this all the time. Oh, he will come back and apologize. Oh, it's okay. Yeah. But you don't understand the mental damage that's going on within you. And so what happened? She resorted into other things, according to her, to stay sane, to be okay. She went into drugs. She went into different kind of things to ingest just to take it, just to be present, just to feel okay. And so one thing led to the other. She ended up in an accident because she was driving, she was drunk, and she ended up where in a wheelchair. Now she is in the hospital, not mentally okay, not physically okay, not emotionally okay. She's displaced, she's out of herself. She is no longer the person that God wanted her to be. And where is the person that she kept forgiving? Where is the person that she kept giving chances upon chances upon chances and was even making excuses? That person is nowhere to be found. That person is living their lives. That person is, you know, moving on with the person they chose to move on with. That person is happy. That person has a job. That person is not even coming to visit. That person is not even coming to visit her. But it's because of him that she's in that situation. Not mentally okay, not emotionally okay, not physically okay. She's just a complete mess. And he will not come to visit her, even when she calls. So, what I am trying to tell you is that you do not have the capacity to change anyone. You do not have the power to change anyone. Your priority is yourself, it's your happiness, it's your mental health. If it starts to hurt, if it starts to become toxic, you need to walk away. Do not wait until it's too late. Do not wait until you lose your sense of reasoning, until you lose your sense of, you lose yourself. It is too late. No human being is deserving of that. You cannot lose yourself because you are trying to cover up for somebody else, because you are trying to make up excuses for things that are not real. Um, Let me see. Can't see you. Mm. Domira Rivera says hi. Hi, Domira. Hi. Let's see. Hi. Trying to read the name. Some of these writings are in a different language that I can't read. Tanisha, hi. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much, Slila, for joining the live video. Um, when is she? Okay, I don't know what this means. Um, and I'm seeing some. Okay, okay, guys. I just really wanted to come back here and remind you, and because once a damage happens in your mind, sometimes it's really, really difficult. It's really difficult for that to get fixed again. So once you understand that you cannot change anyone and start noticing the red flags and start noticing when things no longer serve you and start noticing when things start feeling toxic in your spirit, then it's high time for you to move. It is high time for you to back off because the same people who hurt you will continue to move on with their lives. And a lot of times they will not even realize what they're doing. You have to pay attention to your mental health. Okay? So if there's anything that you're going to take out of this video today, it's for you to know and to always remember that you cannot change people. People don't change. If there's one thing you want to take out from this video, I want you to remember that people do not change. Stop making excuses for people. Believe them when they show you who they are. Believe them when they tell you who they are. Be very, very specific. Be very, very, pay attention to all of those things. Sometimes they will not say it, but you can tell from their behavior, you can tell from their actions, and believe it because that's who they are. You cannot spend the rest of your life trying to make up reasons, trying to make up excuses for people's wrongdoing, for people's behavior, for people's promises, thinking that it would change, thinking that it would get better. People would change. People would change the way they act, the way they behave when they want to, when they feel like, when they feel the need to. But you cannot force them. You cannot make them, or you cannot even do it. So, what is most important right now for you is to focus on your mental health, is to focus on the things that do not align with your spirit. If it's causing you pain, it's not for you. If it's causing you distraction, it's not for you. It's now, it's early, and it's good enough. It's the best time for you to start making those boundaries. If you want to protect your mental health, now is the time. Don't wait. Do not wait when it's too late. When you find yourself in a hospital bed, or when you find yourself in a prison ward because you were angry so much so that you did something that was out of your character. Okay, so the time is it's 20 minutes gone already. I hope that hi hi Rashad Michelle, hello, thank you so much for joining this live video. I hope you are well. Where are you watching from, Rashad? Can you let me know in the comment section where you're watching from? I tend to come live at different times just because I'm not quite sure where my subscribers are located. Ethiopia. Oh, wow. That's so nice. Thank you so much. What time is it there right now? Let me see. It's probably 7:11 p.m., I believe, Rashad, because I know we have the hour, 5 hour, 6 hour difference. Thank you so much for joining this live video. And just on the side note, please, I'm just asking for you, if you find this video so far, or if you've ever watched any of my video, if you find the channel as a whole, if you find it inspiring, if you find it motivational, 10, 12. Oh, okay. 10, 12. So, okay. Thank you so much for letting me know. Um, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And so that way, whenever I come up live, you will be notified. When I upload no videos, you will be notified. And that's when you hit the notification bell to remind you and to notify you whenever there's a new video. This video was just a reminder video, was just to, like I said, I always come here to remind you guys of certain things. And this particular one is just because yesterday I was at work and something struck me really hard, because I had a patient who, thank you so much, Rashad. I had a patient, a very young woman, who was just emotionally shattered. Why? Because she got married to her husband so many years ago. And what had happened during that entire marriage was that she said she went through a series of abuse, be it emotionally, be it financial, be it psychological, be it physical. And yet she decided, well, I should not say she decided, she stayed in that marriage because the husband continued to apologize. Thank you so much, Sally. The husband continued to apologize to her every time he hurt her. And then he will come back and apologize and say, I am a changed person. I won't do that again. But he continued to do that for so many years. And this lady she went into different drugs. She started doing different things just to cope. Okay? Just to cope. And so she ended up getting herself into a car accident because she was drunk and she was driving. And so she ended up in a car accident that led her to paralysis. Okay? So now the husband does not even want to have anything to do with her because she's out there living. He's out there. Oh, Marissa says that today's her birthday. Oh, thank you. Is it Marissa? Yeah, Marissa. Happy birthday, Marissa. Oh my goodness. Happy birthday. Are you having a party? Where is the cake? You want to share the cake here? I wish you all the best in your new age. I wish you, may everything that you've ever wished for, may it be granted to you by His grace and by His will. I wish you good health. I wish you more growth. I wish you everything that you desire in life. All right. Most especially good health and more money. All right, Marisa. So, like I was saying, he's out there, he's living his life, moving on, and she's in the hospital completely out of herself. Could this have been avoided? Yeah, I know. Could have been possible, but it's happened already. But one question I want you to bring home with you tonight is to ask yourself, at what point do you say enough is enough? At what point do you tell yourself the truth? At what point do you sit down and face your reality and ask yourself some hard questions and ask yourself some difficult questions, some honest questions? At what point do you draw the line and say, enough is enough? My mental health is a priority. My health is a priority. I am a priority. If you are in that kind of situation, if you are facing any type of situation whereby you don't feel okay in your spirit and you believe it's coming from a different person that you are dealing with or from a place that you are dealing with, I want you to start asking yourself those questions. At what point do you say enough is enough? At what point do you get it that they cannot change and that you cannot change them? That's a question that you should ask yourself. All right. Rashad says, my gosh. Rashad, what do you mean? Uh, oh, thank you so much, Salidos. Salidos sends floating hearts. Thank you so much. I appreciate. Um, so, okay. So, yeah. Um, so, guys, Tanisha, hi, Tanisha. I believe I said hi to you. Um, Danielle says hi. Hi, Danielle. Mm, okay. Any questions for me? Have you read? Let me see. Any questions for me, guys? Have you read? Have you read my award-winning memoir? It's called On My Way Back to Yesterday. It's currently available on Amazon. The title is On My Way Back to Yesterday. I would also pin the link under the comment section for anyone who is interested to read the book. But as of now, I am just waiting to see if there's any questions for me to answer. Please, guys, do not forget to subscribe. I really appreciate your support. If there's no questions, I will let you go. It's 29 minutes gone. Okay. I want to say thank you once again for those who have been following, for those who have been subscribing, for those who have been watching this particular video. I want to say thank you, and I hope that this video goes a long way to really get you to that place where you will be able to think about yourself, think about your life, and think about the things that make you happy and the things that makes you unhappy, and so that you'll be able to start separating and selecting and making sure that your space is a healthy space. That way you stay healthy mentally, particularly. And so I'll leave you here, and thank you, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. If there's any other question, please, you can drop it in the comment section. I will be more than happy to respond. I see 135. I'm not sure what that means. I don't know what those are, but let me see. Are those gifts? Are those gifts, or what are those, guys? Tell me. I see a symbol. 135. Maybe are those emojis? Or what are those? I see something number 1. I see something number 2. Number 3. I don't know. That's number one. Number three, number one. Wow. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much. And I will see you again. Bye bye.